second severe season has begun. The fall severe storm season. And there's been severe weather the last couple of days. A big trough is ejecting across the Great Plains. And that's where I am in the car right now. It's Friday night, September 21st, and Cosmo and I, he's in the back. He's in his crate in the back. And we're headed south. About to get on I-29 here shortly in eastern North Dakota. And head south to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where we're going to stay the night tonight. We're not going to get in until almost 2 a.m. So I think we'll be intercepting storms by lunchtime and then tracking them east across Iowa or possibly across Minnesota or right along the state line there, and tracking that severe weather across those two states tomorrow. Cosmo and I are going to head out in the morning, probably to the Little Sioux River, or maybe it's the Big Sioux River. But we're going to go look for Lake Superior agates, or just any kind of agates. If you're not familiar with an agate, it's a type of rock, and they get some really incredible, beautiful patterns on them. So we're going to go look for some agates while we wait for the storm system to make its way to us tomorrow morning. And that's the plan. Driving through some rain here in North Dakota. Actually seeing some flashes of lightning. This is Storm Chaser Aaron Jayjack, and I am here in Sioux City, Iowa, right along the old muddy Missouri River here back behind me. Beautiful river. Lots of history with this river, but we are in the path of severe weather this morning. A line of storms coming across Nebraska. These storms started last night in eastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, and they've marched across Nebraska over the night. Currently, a couple of the storms embedded in the line are severe warned off to my west. While we drove late into the night, early morning hours, got into Sioux Falls around 2:30 in the morning. Finally got to sleep around like 3:30 in the morning. And now we're in Sioux City, Iowa, right along old muddy the Missouri River, which is flowing pretty good. But we have severe storms coming our way right now. But I'm gonna stay ahead of the storms. I'm gonna go into Iowa, deeper into Iowa, and stay ahead of this line of storms that's tracked across Nebraska all night, and wait for a little bit more daytime heating, a little more instability to build into Iowa. There's a small window where we could see some supercells and possibly some tornadoes. Strong low-level shear will be present. While we're here in Iowa, right along, all right, Cosmo, I can't film if you're pulling on the camera. Right along, that's the bridge over the Little Sioux River, and you see we're on this gravel road. And one of the things I like to do is to look for agates. It's a type of rock. You get beautiful colorations and patterns inside of them. And in Iowa, you can find the Lake Superior agate. And I don't know if I can find them this far west. We're just east of Nebraska. But we got time to kill. Storms are coming from off to the west here. And there's some severe storms embedded in a line, but we are targeting a more robust, substantial, severe threat a little bit later, late this morning, early afternoon. Well, that first stop on that gravel road, while we're waiting for storms, you can see back behind me here, I did not find any agates. not too surprised. I wasn't really expecting to find too many agates here in western Iowa. I think agates will get better as we get to the east. And good thing the storms are moving that way as well. So we're just going to track these storms back here off to the west, to the east this morning into the afternoon, and see if we can get a tornado later today and maybe find a Lake Superior agate. I actually would rather find a Lake Superior agate, a nice Lake Superior agate, than get a tornadoes. I've seen some good tornadoes so far this year, but I've never found a Lake Superior agate. Never really found a really good agate, so we'll see what happens. Well, we're at another little stop here along the Little Sioux River in Iowa. Still waiting for storms to approach from the west. Still early. And thought we'd stop here and see if we can look for some more agates again. But it doesn't look too good along the shore here. It's pretty muddy. Large rocks right here. But there is a gravel parking lot and road right up there that we use to get down to the river here. So I'll probably we'll walk Cosmo and see if we can find any agates here along the Little Sioux River. I wish I could get down to there. There looks like there's maybe some gravel bars down there. That would be good to look at, but I'll show you guys the river. Storms are coming from off to the west here. Cosmo's getting some exercise since it'll be a long day in the LOL storm chasing vehicle. So we're gonna check this gravel road and parking lot, see if we can find some agates. Need a little bit more sun to help us spot the agates. This is interesting. Let's see if we can wash this off. There's that rock washed off. Not a Lake Superior agate, but might be some agate in there. Chalcedony. It's an interesting rock. Stick it in my pocket. Not a Lake Superior agate, but maybe some agate in there. Right there. We just had a super long rumble of thunder after a flash of lightning. Well, the storms are getting closer. We're probably gonna have to move to the east here in a minute and then drop to the south. Okay, I'm pretty sure this a nice agate. I think I see some banding in there. It's dirty. We gotta go clean it off. Pretty sure there's some banding right in there. We gotta go clean this off in a minute. All right, I decided to stop moving east ahead of the storms. You can see they're right behind me here. The line of storms back behind me. Because I don't think this is gonna do anything. I think they're probably gonna fizzle out, at least according to some of the models. Appears they're gonna fizzle out. Still beautiful. But I did find some Godfather's pizza. We got some pepperoni pizza here. So we're gonna eat some pizza. And I also found some mini corn dogs. And I just realized I drove off a rather substantial curb here. Good grief. I'll show you guys. Substantial curb here. I didn't realize it because over here, no problems. But alright, we're gonna figure this out. But I'm gonna slow this here real quick. Mini corn dogs and storm. Sparkies. Well, severe weather prospects are not looking that good in Iowa. And I decided to start making my way back deeper into Minnesota to see if being closer to the triple point, where the area, the surface low actually is, maybe get some clearing up there. But we have this rain and these storms coming through in Iowa this morning, and they didn't weaken, they didn't die off. And so it's looking like it won't be a good place to chase storms today in Iowa if you want to see tornadoes. But I was driving along here to the north and crossed the Des Moines River, which is right on the other side of these trees here. So I decided to stop at this gravel road right here and see if I could find any agates. But so far, no luck. It's hard to look for agates when there's no sun, but it does help when there's rain and they're wet. So it's kind of a trade-off, but so far, no luck finding my first Lake Superior agate, or just Iowa agate in general. Maybe not even a Lake Superior agate, but it's a lot of gravel here. Well, I'm in Blue Earth, Minnesota now. I'm worked my way up to the north, and the Storm Prediction Center is talking about potential for supercells in southwestern Minnesota, which was what I was hoping for. Just off to this direction here, the earlier storms are clearing out. But most importantly, I think I found my first Lake Superior agate. It's not a very big one and not a very nice one, but I see some banding in there. Let me show you guys. A little bit of banding right there. I believe this is my first Lake Superior agate. I did it. Let's see if I can find a better one. Well, I am in Mankato. I don't even know that's how you pronounce it. Mankato, M-A-N-K-A-T-O, Minnesota. Got some ominous clouds coming over. Got rain on the camera. Clean that off. Looks a little better. But I just stopped at another random road. The Blue Earth River is right back behind me, but I can't find a way to get access down to it. So I stopped on this random gravel road, and I'm looking for more agates here. Maybe found a couple right here. A couple more little agates, but nothing good. Got some heavy rain. I just had a big flash of lightning, thunder. And I got some more rain. I've been in the rain all day looking for agates. I'm usually storm chasing, but the storm chasing did not really pan out. So, but I'm having fun looking for these agates. It's almost as fun as storm chasing. But I'm wishing I would find a really excellent Lake Superior agate The one I found is pretty cool. It's pretty nice, but it's not excellent. But I'm pretty sure it is a Lake Superior agate, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's starting to get dark. It's getting hard to look for agates. Maybe. Well, I'm underneath this bridge on the Blue Earth River. Probably come back in the morning and look. This is a good spot. Look at all this gravel and rocks piled up. Looks like there was a flood or something here at some point. It's easy to look through with this rain. Everything is wet. Haven't found anything that's definitively a Lake Superior agate though. Surprisingly, there's so much rock here. Can't believe how unlucky I'm being not finding a nice Lake Superior agate. Watch these other videos on YouTube and dude walks down the gravel road and finds like 10 in the first. What's this? No. Finds like 10 in the first 10 minutes that he's on the road. Well, it was a long day in Iowa and Minnesota chasing storms, but mostly looking for agates because I didn't chase a lot of storms today, unfortunately, and that happens sometimes. But I did find definitely one agate. I'll show you guys that agate here. Here's not a good view of it. I'll turn the camera around and give you guys a better view of it. But this was the one agate I found, and maybe a second one, and one piece of petrified wood. But tomorrow I have about 8 to 9 hour drive home, but I'm gonna head out early in the morning and see if I can't find one good Lake Superior agate before I head back home. So we'll see how that goes. So video is maybe over or maybe not over. We'll see. We'll see if I find an agate tomorrow. Otherwise, this is the end of the video, but I'll probably shoot some more footage for this video tomorrow. There isn't very good lighting in this dumpy Super 8 motel, but this is my agate. Hold on. See the light glowing through it. Translucent, and it does appear to have some bands. I believe it's a Lake Superior agate. I just licked it and got a little wet. Look at that. Look at that band right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. And there's the little piece of petrified wood that I found. Well, Cosmo and I woke up early and we're here on the I think this is the Minnesota River. Actually, this might be the Blue Earth River, and it runs into the Minnesota River a little further down here. But we found this gravel bar here. Stop trying to roll on me. Found this gravel bar here. Big pile of gravel. And not a Lake Superior agate, but I did find this chunk of chalcedony. But lots of stuff to look through here. We'll see if we get lucky and find ourselves a nice Lake Superior agate. If I don't find it here, then probably we'll just start heading home and maybe check some dirt roads on the way home, see if we get lucky. I guess it's pronounced chalcedony, so not chalcedony. I don't want to sound like an idiot on my YouTube video. Just found this really well polished piece of river glass. This thing is smooth. I'm calling it river glass. I don't know if that's a thing, but people look for sea glass, so why not river glass? Found this interesting rock. It has some bands in it. But it's not translucent, so I don't think it's an agate. Oh, look at this, guys. I think we've got a big... Oh, my coffee fell. Okay. I think we've got a big agate nodule here. There's definitely some banding in there. It's got the look. Let's go wash it off, see if it looks any better. Jeez. This dog is out of control. None of those reds of a Lake Superior agate, but this definitely looks like an agate. Yeah, this is an agate. I guess he's excited that I found an agate. It's a good size one too, the size of a walnut. Well, I guess that's it for this trip, this adventure. Thank you guys for following along on this adventure. And I guess I'm going to have to look for a Lake Superior agate here in Minnesota during a future adventure storm chase. That's what'll bring me here. It'll be a storm chase, and I won't come here just to look for rocks. But while I'm storm chasing, I like to go out and enjoy Mother Nature and the beauty. It's a lot of downtime when you're storm chasing, waiting for storms and stuff. And I just started this new hobby of agate hunting, and maybe found this agate here today at this Minnesota river. I don't know, you guys let me know if you think this is an agate or not. I think it is. And then I found the little one, but I'm definitely sure is an agate, probably a Lake Superior agate, little almond-sized, red, translucent with a little bit of banding inside of it, but nothing spectacular. I've left myself desiring a better Lake Superior agate from Minnesota or Iowa, so I'll have to try again sometime on a future chase. So I'm gonna head home, and maybe I'll find one on the way home. I'll stop on some dirt roads, let the dog run around a little bit more. He's in the car now, and the car's still drenched from yesterday, so I'm having to sit on a jacket. I'm wearing my pajama pants still because my other pants from yesterday are still wet. So, all right, time to head home. Thanks for joining me on this adventure, guys. We'll see you at the next adventure. Storm Chaser, Aaron Jayjack Storm Tracks. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll get alerts when I am sometimes live streaming in the future. Later. Well, guys, we aren't done yet. In about a half hour's time walking on this random road, gravel road, I managed to find all this, including this one. Look at the bands on this beauty. Can you see those bands up there? That's definitely got to be a Lake Superior agate, eh? Uh-oh, just dropped that little bit. Look at that. It's definitely some banding. Nice. I freaking did it, you guys! I had to stop to let Cosmo pee. We stopped on this gravel road, and I found a spectacular Lake Superior agate at the 11th hour. In fact, I found 3 Lake Superior agates, but one of them has, I just dropped the little one, but that little one might not be one. But the first one I found just 5-10 feet from the car has spectacular banding. And let me show you guys it. I'm so stoked right now, guys. I finally found a really good Lake Superior agate on the way home. I got 6.5 hours to go to get home, southern Manitoba, and I did it. But let me show you guys this beautiful, beautiful Lake Superior agate. There it is, guys. Look at that banding on it. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous Lake Superior agate. Good grief. I did it. Minnesota State Gemstone. Oh my God. I was texting my wife to tell her I found one, and I looked down and I found another one, even better. Look at this. Woo! You got dirty feet? Stuck to the road like me. Chase your passion.